Have you ever played a game so captivating that you couldn't keep it to yourself? A game whose gameplay, music, and story blended perfectly into the very definition of what makes a game fun and memorable? Something so amazing you can't understand why none of your friends have ever even heard of it. I have the very same feelings with this very game, so I'm here to ask you one thing. Why haven't you played No More Heroes? No More Heroes was released in North America on January 22nd, 2008. It was published by Ubisoft and developed by Grasshopper Manufacture, who reminds us that punk's not dead. The game was met with mostly positive reviews, receiving scores ranging from 6 to 9.5 out of 10, and scoring a solid 83 on Metacritic. However, it was met with relatively low sales, selling only 208,000 units by January 2009, 1 year later. When you compare that to Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the 8th top-selling Wii game, which sold over 2 million units its first month alone, it's not a stretch to think that this game got overlooked. Grasshopper Manufacture CEO Goichi Suda would attribute the poor sales to the fact that the Wii was seen as a casual gamer console, saying in an interview with the now-defunct computerandvideogames.com, No More Heroes, unlike a lot of Nintendo Wii titles currently available, is the kind of product which will attract a different kind of consumer to the hardware, i.e., gamers who are looking for a different genre to the products which have been successful on the platform thus far. No More Heroes stars Travis Touchdown, a stereotypical otaku and wrestling fan who wins a lightsaber-like weapon called a beam katana off an internet auction. After meeting Sylvia Crystal in a bar late one night, Travis agrees to take on the job of assassinating Helter Skelter, the Drifter, in order to impress her. In killing Helter, Travis obtains the rank of 11th best hitman in the United Assassin Association, or the UAA. Sylvia suggests he keep going and aim for the top, an idea that Travis quickly gets behind. The game opens up with one of the edgiest character introductions I've ever seen in a video game.
Fuckhead!
Ladies and gents, Travis Touchdown. No More Heroes is a hack-and-slash action game, and thus sees you cutting your way through masses of faceless enemies by mashing the A button. Taking use of the Wii Remote's accelerometer, the player can perform both high and low attacks depending on how the enemy is blocking. Every enemy you kill will activate a slot machine at the bottom of the screen. If you get 3 like items, you will activate one of Travis's dark side modes, allowing you to take out enemies in new and gruesome ways. Now, with a weapon as powerful as the beam katana, a weapon capable of cleaving a man in two, you'd think you would be an unstoppable force, right? That's where you'd be wrong. A weapon that powerful needs adequate power, and as such, the beam katana's battery drains fairly quickly and must be recharged. You recharge the katana by vigorously shaking the Wii Remote. After killing the 10th ranked assassin, Sylvia reveals to Travis that he is now a marked man. Now that he is ranked number 10, number 11 could be around any corner. Seeing that he has no way out, Travis agrees on making his way to the top, but it's going to cost him. Sylvia also reveals that each fight has an entrance fee that must be paid to the UAA in order to arrange the fight and set everything up. The rank 9 fight will cost Travis 150,000 LBs, and since Travis lives in near poverty in a rundown motel, it's time to get a job. This is my only real gripe I have with the game. In order to pad out its length, you must raise the necessary and ever-increasing funds before each fight. This consists of both part-time jobs and assassination missions. Part-time jobs consist of different minigames, from mowing lawns to picking up trash, cleaning graffiti, or pumping gas. These part-time jobs, like real slave wage jobs, are not going to be your primary source of income, but must be played in order to unlock the better paying gigs. By earning silver or better rank in part-time jobs, you will unlock different assassination gigs. These jobs are much better paying and will be your primary source of income throughout the game. These assassination missions task you with killing 1 or more enemies with special conditions. From killing a single target as fast as possible, fighting through a massive enemies using only wrestling moves, fighting upside down, or even through an endless wave of enemies, killing as many as you can in 3 minutes. These gigs will net you some serious cash, which is good because you will need a lot of it in this game. Eventually, after reaching certain ranks, you will unlock more locations on the map, and more places to spend your earnings. Dr. Naomi will eventually sell you new beam katanas and upgrade parts that allow you to do things like dig up buried money, or increase the battery life of beam katanas. Thunder Ryu, Travis's wrestling idol and master, will train you in his gym. Lifting dumbbells will increase your combo length for each new katana you unlock. The bench press will increase your maximum strength and thus the damage you deal, and lastly, doing squats will increase your maximum vitality, thus increasing your total health. Area 51 will sell you different jackets, shirts, and accessories. These are purely cosmetic and have no effect on the game. Later on down the road, you will also unlock 2 additional places. The first is Beefhead Video. Beefhead is a video rental store allowing you to check out old wrestling VHS tapes, allowing Travis to learn new and different wrestling moves. The second place is Goldtown, a pub. In Goldtown, you will find a drunken Russian named Lovikov, who in exchange for returning Lovikov balls, hidden all across town, will teach Travis special moves. These can range from being able to dash outside of battle, which is a very helpful upgrade, to stunts and jump attacks. Aside from the dash ability, these upgrades are not really essential for the game, and instead reward you for taking the time to find all the hidden objects throughout the map. After earning the necessary funds, Travis can pay off his entrance fees to the UAA at the ATM across the street from his motel, which will then unlock the next ranked mission on the map. These ranked missions consist of fighting through a few areas of different waves of faceless mobs before squaring off against the boss, the ranked assassin. You will know the boss is ahead because Sylvia will call Travis on his cell phone to berate him before the fight. This is where the game makes use of something not many other games do, the Wii Remote Speaker.
Hello?
Instead of playing the phone call through the TV speakers like the rest of the game, the phone call will instead play through the Wii Remote speakers, prompting you to hold the controller to your head as if it were a phone. This is a fun little feature that I thought added a neat level of immersion to the game, and it's a shame that more games didn't make use of something like this. Now, you may be asking, what makes No More Heroes so great? Why is it worth a shot almost a decade later? Does it hold up? To which I would reply with a resounding yes. No More Heroes is visually distinct. It's anime meets cyberpunk meets grindhouse. It has crazy, over-the-top violence, and feels very reminiscent of a Robert Rodriguez or Quentin Tarantino film. It's because of its cartoony, yet dark and gritty feel, that it stands apart from other games of its generation. The gameplay? It's just plain fun. I've never really been a fan of hack and slash games, but something about this game grabbed me and didn't let go. The story, while violent and over the top at times, also doesn't take itself too seriously. Oftentimes Travis, or other characters, will break the fourth wall and mention the player or the game itself.
It's too terrible. It alone would jack up the age rating of this game even further.
Travis himself, while the main protagonist, is also the primary source of comic relief throughout the game, often unwittingly falling victim to traps or tricks by the other assassins, or being blasted around with cartoon-like physics. The juxtaposition between these two extremes is what makes for an extremely enjoyable experience. The characters, aside from all the faceless mobs, are all memorable and unique in their own way. I can vividly remember each and every character for one reason or another, something that is hard to say for many other games. At times, I would even feel bad for the other assassins that Travis cut down on his way to the top, but most of the times I would cheer in victory for putting an end to another total douchebag. That fact alone just goes to show how much characterization and personality are put into characters that you really only see for one level alone. The music in this game is also great. The main song played throughout the game, NMH, is catchy as all hell, and I often found myself humming along to their tune after finishing a play session. All in all, No More Heroes provides a really enjoyable experience from beginning to end. It's a downright fun game, with a quirky story and memorable characters, and even though it's almost 10 years old, I wholeheartedly feel it's still worth looking into. If you can manage to find it at a game store near you, it is definitely worth picking up.